is News 4 Nashville.
Governor Bill Lee was delivered a strong message straight to his doorstep tonight. Don't sign the heartbeat bill.
Honking, theater, and fire were all seen in a loud protest in March to the governor's mansion.
Ryan Breslin shows us their attempt at being heard.
In a quiet neighborhood, on a usually quiet Oak Hill street, a caravan of Tennesseans are questioning the constitutionality of an abortion bill outside of the governor's residence.
Our bodies, our lives, our right to decide.
The more than 100-car parade stopping for some political theater.
I was so glad that the abortion ban vote was done in secret. The American people are a bunch of sheep.
Going as far as burning the American flag.
That's not right! That's not right! That's our flag!
We want to use the governor's mansion as a symbol of reclaiming power and showing that we are awake, we are watching, and we are holding him accountable.
Lizzie Thomas is a community organizer with Planned Parenthood. She was one of 2 people arrested at the Capitol the night the bill passed.
It is a complete obstruction of democracy to have a bill that is so monumental and so important be, slid under the rug and slid through the Senate in the wee hours of the night and the wee hours of the morning.
She, like others a part of the protests, say the measure that bans abortions after a fetus is 6 weeks along or there's a heartbeat has consequences like losing access to safe abortions and money for women's health.
We are putting children in circumstances that are worse off.
Protesters believe if signed into law, it will face litigation and legal fees that are a waste of taxpayers' money.
If you're pro-life, great. I get it. I'm not pro-abortion, right? I always say I'm pro-child, pro-choice. But my hope for you is that you help us decrease abortions and put funding into contraception and appropriate sex education for children.
Ryan Breslin, News 4 Nashville.
Now, it comes as no surprise. The bill was a result of party lines. Republicans control the Senate, so it passed. Of course, Governor Bill Lee, along with Republican leaders Cameron Sexton and William Lamberth, were thrilled over the bill, taking to Twitter late that night and the next morning.
Meanwhile, Democrats say too many important issues were ignored while Republicans wasted their time on this bill. They said healthcare education would have been a better use of their time on a Zoom call yesterday, especially since it's a bill that won't even likely go into effect after it's signed because of legal challenges.
That's a completely unconstitutional piece of legislation. I don't think the sponsors care that it's unconstitutional. They wanted to pass it to score political points. And under our current law, I think there's no doubt that the courts will strike it down. The problem is until that happens, the law takes effect.
So let's zoom out and give you a breakdown of what the bill does. Once a heartbeat is detected, abortions are illegal. That's at about 6 weeks. Here are other reasons the bill states a woman cannot have an abortion: because of the baby's sex or race, if it's being sought because of Down syndrome, and if the mother is a teenager in DCS custody. Of course, there are exceptions to the heartbeat bill. If the mother's life is at risk, that is one exception, but rape and incest are not. The bill also includes punishments for doctors who ignore the rules and would fine abortion clinics for not posting a sign saying they could reverse chemical abortions. And there are legal challenges. Planned Parenthood, along with the ACLU, filed an emergency suit last week. Those have been successful in other states, blocking the laws from taking effect. All right, now to bring it all full circle, back to the governor. The heartbeat bill has not shown up on Governor Lee's desk yet. His team tells News 4 tonight it still needs to be signed by the House Speaker and Senate Majority Leader. But the governor is expected to sign that bill into law in the coming days.